Hi, I'm Ryan Nickel, CTO at DSA Ocean, and today I want to talk about tracking hydrostatics when you're working with parametric hull modeling in Orca3D. So we're going to jump over to Rhino 8 here, and I'm going to go to the Orca3D menu and start playing with the Hull Assistant. We'll start up with the default Hull Assistant, and we'll go to Preview Hull here. Now, let's say you are just playing around with the design, and obviously there's a lot of really interesting parameters here you can play with. I've got a 50 meter, 9 meter beam kind of form factor here that's kind of reminiscent of our 50 meter generic yacht ship motion and seakeeping sample project you can play with. But obviously in the design, early design stage, you might want to be playing with a lot of different things like, a vertical bow, or maybe even some aspects of the rounding at the front and stuff like that. So that's really nice, but oftentimes you want to make sure you're doing an apples to apples comparison between these projects, and also keep an eye on the hydrostatics and like how much displacement do you really have. So right now I have the draft set at 2.4, so I'm not planning on exporting this right away, but as we sort of play with the parametric hull modeling in Orca3D, if you click on this preview hydrostatics view here, you get a really handy instantaneous calculation on the hydrostatics. So there isn't a way to automatically kind of refine these things in the interface as is, but like as you're adjusting, again, are you looking at vertical bow, you see the displacement kind of update here a little bit, and looking at the forefoot shape, all these different wonderful parameters you can play with. So this is kind of handy because obviously as you're going through and making changes to the hull form, the amount of displacement there is going to have an impact on the motion overall. And so you do want to try to make sure, if you're trying to do an apples to apples comparison, you use this as a bit of a guide to make sure you're getting the displacement as expected. So anyway, just a really quick highlight about this functionality that's really handy to make sure you keep track of when you're doing sensitivity studies on the hull form. All right, thanks for watching.